Hi everyone! If Windows just updated your computer and now you're running low on hard drive space and you want to get that space back, this video is for you. I will illustrate how to delete the Windows.old folder so you can recover some additional hard drive space.
How to video by Marcus.
Hello everyone, today I went to create some videos and my computer seemed rather laggy and I thought, what the hell is going on? And then I did notice that my C drive was rather low on space. If I right click and select properties in Windows Explorer, here we have 216 gig of space, of which 15 is free, almost 16 gigabyte free. So I would like to clean that up. Certainly I could take a look at my applications and decide what to uninstall, or I could contemplate getting a bigger hard drive on my C drive just to give me more space in that regard. But we're not going to do either of those things. Now, one thing I would point out, if you're kind of wondering why one of your drives is eating up a lot of space, you can take a look at a software called Tree Size Free, which is available at this web address, jam-software.com/treesize_free. Let's take a look at that software. So we got to select a drive or a directory. We're going to go for this PC. We'll go for the C drive and select folder. So there's different sorting options. I'm not going to spend too much time on this software, but the gist of it is by default it's going to put the folders that contain the most amount of files on the top and the least amount of files on the bottom. So here we can easily drill down and take a look at why does this user have 49.3 gigabyte of folders. There's the user's name, it's Marcus. Looks like he's got 4.7 gig stored on Dropbox, 1.8 gig on his desktop, 1.2 gig in documents, Magic software is 1.2 gig, Music Maker, Shop Manager. So you can kind of get the idea of that. Kind of curious about this. Oh, I downloaded a bunch of stuff apparently. So there's that, and then we could go look at our program files and take a look at here. We have multiple files. Oh, Adobe, there's a big user of space, 16 gig, right? So we have Adobe Premiere, Adobe Media, Adobe After Effects, Photoshop, 2 versions of Dreamweaver. We could probably uninstall one of those, obviously, maybe both of them. Not really using either of those currently. So you can kind of take a look, and this would give you a sense of what programs you can delete to free up space. You would delete them in a normal manner. But the one we're going to address here is, I'm like, hey, wait a minute, what's this Windows.old business? I've got about 30 gig being taken up in this old folder. And this was after a Windows 10 update. It made a backup copy just in case it screwed up my entire computer, which it's been known to do, right? To many people, thankfully not me. So now I take a look at that. My computer, after that update, it's been about a week and a half, 2 weeks, so it's running fine as far as I know. I'm going to go ahead and risk it and clean out this folder, these files. And then the one way I can do that here is go back to Explorer, or sorry, we'll go back to here and cancel out of here. So back in Explorer, I can right click on the drive, select Properties, select Disk Cleanup. We don't see anything about Windows.old here, so what we need to do is select Clean Up System Files. And this will take a little bit, so let's just pause. What's the matter with the clothes I'm wearing? Can't you tell that my tie's too wide? Welcome back into the old time callers. Welcome back to the age of jive. Well, it took about as part of a Billy Joel lyric in order to get this up. Don't know if those were the correct lyrics, but those are the ones that I think I remember. Alright, disk cleanup for C. So here's all the things we can clean up. I'm going to go down, and here we see previous Windows installations. Files from a previous Windows install. Files and folders that may conflict with installation windows have been moved to a folder's name. You can access data from previous in this folder. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and risk it. Hopefully that doesn't cause us a problem. Might as well get rid of this 1 gig in the recycle bin too. All right, that's it. We're going to go ahead and select OK. Are we sure we want to permanently delete them? I'm going to answer yes. Now I will point out that at one point I just tried to copy all the files from the C drive over to a backup drive, figuring just in case something went wrong, I could then maybe drag them back or recover from those. That does not work out because the file names are too long, so then it has to skip files because of the path name being too long. So that was like a problem. I basically couldn't copy all the files over there even if I wanted to. Thank you very much, Microsoft. So let's click delete files and then just wait for the files to all get deleted. If you clean up the previous Windows installations or temporary install, you'll no longer be able to restore the machine back to the previous version. I'm going to answer yes. It does have some repercussions, like if I later go to open up a program and I find out that program is no longer stable in this new version of Windows and that software company does not make any updates, that could lead to a problem. So if I had some sort of critical program that happened to, typically I would restore back to the prior install of Windows, which would use these files. So that's kind of the risk that you're running. Well, this part's going to take a little bit longer. Like watching paint dry. All right, there, almost painless. It's over with. Now we have 50 gig of space out of 180 and 185 gig used. So that's a lot more free space. I'm still probably going to have to explore uninstalling certain programs that I'm not using regularly and or adding or changing my C drive to increase the file space allowed on there. Maybe by doing adding a drive and going in like RAID mode. So I could maybe double the size that way, or buying a whole new drive and then transferring the files over, or imaging the C drive to a new hard drive that then becomes the C drive. If you found the video helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up and liking and subscribing to the channel. What do you think, Simba? Would you give it a thumbs up? Simba? He says yes. That was a big yes. Actually, a very big yes, he said.